Alright, shalawam. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Kodash, double honors to apostles, elders of GMS, to the elect doing the work in sincerity and the truth. Shalawam. There's GMS precepts. There's our chud here. And real quick, I got a verse I want to go into. I want to go into a word again, right? But I want to go into this article I saw very quickly, and it made me Google something else. Right, so what you're seeing right now. So this is from the Wall Street Journal. Lord willing, I'll remember to put this in the description. But so what you're seeing is there's a divide, right? There's a lot of nations out there that are aligning with each other and opposing one another, right? So really, there's just two major players here as far as rulerships right now. Um, or countries that are on the top, right? Right now is basically it's like this, man. It's two teams. It's Russia and it's America. And all these other nations is basically choose your side, right? Who are you aligning with? So you see in this article. So this is from, like I said, Wall Street Journal. You see the title. It says Putin and Modi deepen relationship that has drawn Trump's anger, right? So Modi is the prime minister of India, right? They just had a summit together. Damn, hope that ain't fucking. That shit was playing. Hope I ain't nothing happened. Anyway, Russia and India, they had a summit recently. This is as of December 4th. They had a summit. It says Russia India summit tests both countries' ties. Excuse me. It says Russian India summit tests both countries' ties with the Trump administration, which has described New Delhi as a laundromat for the Kremlin, right? So that's Trump in America, really Trump talking shit. He feels some type of way because um, America does a lot of trade deals with India, right? And because they do a lot of trade deals with India, Russia tells whoever they do a lot of business with, America tells who they do a lot of business with not to deal with Russia. If you deal with Russia, we're going to impose uh, tariffs on you. Okay? I'm going to make it um, expensive for you, or I'm going to hurt you financially if you continue or if you do business with Russia, right? So India is like, fuck y'all. We going to do business with Russia. So that's what you see going on here. Um, so let me go to what I had Googled, right? So this is, I just Googled Russia and India relations. And this will all tie to the scriptures. I'll bring it home. So it says India and Russia have a long-standing alliance known as a special and privileged strategic partnership with strong ties in defense and energy. While defense is a pillar, with Russia being India's largest military supplier, the relationship has seen recent growth in trade, particularly through increased Russian oil purchases by India. Both nations are working to diversify trade, expand economic cooperation, and maintain a strong blah 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 in military coordination. So I believe so. It says it right here. Russia is India's largest defense supplier, with a significant portion of India's existing arsenal originating from Russia. So Russia is supplying not only India with weapons, but a lot of countries with weapons, man. All right. The most high Yahawashi has made Russia a strong opposing enemy, right? Just like it says in the scriptures, Ezekiel 37, a strong opposing enemy um, towards America, man. You see, so um, right. So then I googled because I remember seeing this, right? So you see Russia going around the world and just you know a lot of nations are teaming up or siding with Russia, right? So I remember seeing this in the news, right? Right, with the increased tension of U.S. and Venezuela, what does Russia do? Aligns itself with Venezuela. You see, Russia, because really Venezuela recently, especially since Trump's been in office, has been bullied by America. So Russia seeing that as an opportunity to swoop in and become allies, right? So it says Venezuela has strong relationship bolstered by political, military, economic cooperation with both countries, unified by a shared resistance to U.S. influence, right? Russia provides military and diplomatic support, acts as a significant arms supplier, and has invested in Venezuela's energy sector. Right? There goes that strategic partnership agreement again, right? Right? Providing military cooperation and so on, right? So I say that to say this, that like you can see now, and this is all part of prophecy, right? Because prophecy is what one of the major prophecies is wars and rumors of wars, and you see a lot of nations not only putting a lot of their money into their military. It's like they're all preparing for something. They're all teaming up with each other, right? Why are they teaming up with each other? When it says, you know, um, there should be peace in the land once my people return to that land, right? So that's showing you that the people, the small hats over there, are not those guys. They are not the people, right? They are not the people. You know what? Since I said it, let me get it. There's one, I believe, is Isaiah. This one is Isaiah 2, I believe, and then it's also in Micah 4. Let's get Isaiah 2 though, and then I'll go ahead with the verse I have pulled up. Right, so this is I'm gonna start at 2, Isaiah 2 and 2. It shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow onto it. Right, and this is speaking about the nation of Israel. Right, it says, and many people shall go and say, Come, yea, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he shall teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord. And you know that hasn't happened yet, right? That hasn't happened yet. Nations aren't coming to the nation of Israel for wisdom. They're not coming to learn our ways and our customs, right? They're not learning. They're not trying to learn the ways of you know of the Lord. They're not trying to you know. This didn't take place yet. Is basically what I'm saying. All right, this didn't take place yet. Right? It says, here's a point. It says, and he shall judge many people. He shall judge many nations. I'm sorry. He shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nations shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. So, if anything, this is the opposite of what's happening, man. Right? You have a lot of nations that have not beat their swords into plowshares, meaning you have the total opposite happening, right? You have what are nations doing? Nations are putting more of their effort and energy into building up swords and their weaponry, right? You see Russia providing a lot of these nations with that technology, right? You see in both instances where Russia is a key supplier, it says, to India's defense, man. Right? India has purchased systems like the S-400 air defense system and is exploring the purchase of more fighter jets. You look over here with Venezuela. It says here they provided diplomatic support, but it also says Russia provides military and diplomatic support and acts as a significant arms supplier. Military cooperation. Russia is a key supplier of weapons to Venezuela and has helped the country maintain its military capabilities. The two nations have a formal agreement on military cooperation, which includes arms control and trade. Russia has shown support for Venezuela's military, though some analysis or analysts, note that its involvement is an opportunistic and low-cost way to challenge the U.S., which could be true. Regardless, it's a fact. The fact of the matter is that they're still providing support in military, and being a military supplier to not only Venezuela, not only Russia, not only India, but plenty of other nations, right? So like I said, I'll leave this in the description, but I wanted to go into this scripture, and it kind of sort of ties together. I wanted to go into Nahum, the 3rd chapter, and I wanted to get this definition. Let me change this back here. KJV. Where's the word here? Yeah, it's right there. It's in verse 6. I'm going to read all the way down to verse 6. This is the word Gazingstock, right? And I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile and will set thee as a Gazingstock. But I want to read through. I'm going to start at 1 and read all the way down. This is Nahum 3:1. And as I read this, you can sort of have an idea of what this scripture is talking about or what place this is speaking about, right? It says, even with the first verse, right? Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city, right? Woe to the bloody city, man. Now, when you look up this word woe, it means death, destruction, right? To what? The bloody city. America is that bloody city. You still have whoa. What does it say in Numbers? Right? Because this is a really, technically, according to the scriptures, this is a cursed land, man. Because you have a lot of blood that's been shed here throughout its existence. Well, shit, since Esau has been over here, you have a lot of blood that's been shed of Israelites, man. Whether they be the Native American Indians, whether they be the so-called blacks, right? Whether they be the so-called Latinos, Native Americans, right? Israelites, you have a lot of bloodshed, and even to this day. So this place in America is cursed. You see, in pursuing the Nahum, it says what? This land will be cursed until the blood of him that shed the blood should be shed. Right, and this is all prophecy, man. This is not me saying, this is what the Bible is. It's not my opinion. It's what the Bible says. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Numbers, I believe, is 33. It's either chapter 33 or 35. Yeah. Let me go to 35. I believe. Here you go, right? Numbers 35 and 33. So, it says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Defile not the land, therefore, the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell. For I, the Lord, you see it's in all capital letters, for I, the Lord, dwell among the children of Israel. You see? I, the Lord, dwell among the children of Israel. Right? That's that connection, man, that the Most High has with his people, man. Don't say I dwell with all humanity. I don't dwell with all nations. The Lord said, I dwell among the children of Israel. Right now, that spirit, um, or that hedge, okay, or hedge of protection that was provided for us has been removed, but um, it's coming back, man. Right, and it'll be fully enacted in the kingdom. Right now, it's only that hedge of protection is only going to be for the elect on this side, that get delivered from the destruction, man, that's going to take place here. Which I'm going to read, which I'm reading here in Nahum. So I'll read this real quick and I'll go back. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Right, so the only way this place can be cleansed, which is not going to be cleansed, is going to be the usage, the point of America being created, established, becoming a great kingdom, and then destroyed is for an example. Right, essentially, it's going to be example. All nations are going to look toward the east, look toward America, and if they ever have a thought of ever coming against the Most High, ever coming against the Israelites, right? All they got to do is look up look toward the east, and change, because that's what's going to happen, and they're going to change their mind instantly. Because the way America, right, the powers that be behind the scenes that really rule, the way that they're going to be taken out and carted into slavery is going to be like nothing ever seen. Any movie is not going to be like any movie, man. Right? It's going to be a violent takedown, and it's going to be well deserved, because no nation has ruled in such wickedness as Esau has. You know. All right, going back to Nahum, it says, "Woe to the bloody city." That's why this first line is tough, man. It's powerful. Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. You see? And I'm going to try to read. I'm going to run through this, man. I'm going to try to get to the verse I want to get to. So it says, and look, it says, it is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. I mean, John 10 and 10. You know? John 10 and 10, it says, the thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and to destroy. Right? Anyway, let me get through this. This is the noise of a whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and the prancing horses, and the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses, and they stumble upon their corpses, man. So this is like depicting a very violent action, man, a very violent sequence right here, right? And this is very similar to how America is going to be taken out. It's like a metaphor, right? And scriptures refer to swords, to glittering spears, right? As what? As missiles, right? Matter of fact, there was a movie, Christian Slater, I believe, wasn't what that name is, man. It was called Broken Arrow, and the movie was about a stolen missile, or stolen warhead, I believe, or I believe it was a missile, right? But you see all the violence and death through the sword and the chariots, rattling of the wheels, the horses, you know. This is a very violent scene right here, man. The same way America is going to be taken out, it's going to be taken out through violence. Okay? It's not like it's going to be a scene where, you have, it's in a Senate House and people are voting. Oh, okay, anybody, all they that want to be slaves to the nation of Israel, to the Most High and so-called blacks, like Tuesday, say yay or nay, you know? Yes, yay, we'll give up, and then they do a vote, and they just, all right, well, let's go into slavery. It's not gonna be like that, man. Anyway, yeah, verse 4. It says, because of the multitude, and this is the reason why, and it says what? Nivea's complete ruin. It's the reason for all this. And it says it right here, verse 4, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot. So this is how you know it's speaking about. This is the same harlot in Revelation, right? It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. I just saw an article today about let me try to word this safely, of over there in the Middle East. I'll say that in the Middle East, you had a father and a son that um, unalived, right? The son helped the father unalive her sister for being influenced by America, man, and doing some crazy shit. Okay? Right? So my point is, you have a lot of nations that are dealing with the influence or that Babylon juice or that wine of America. And they are tired of it, man. Verse 5, it says, behold, I am against thee. This is the Most High. I am against thee. The Most High is against you, man. The Most High, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. I will show thy nations thy nakedness, and in the kingdoms thy shame. Right? A lot of people from these other nations, they view America and the people in America as a bunch of retards. Okay, as a big joke. They look down upon America, man. And hell, I did a show a few weeks ago about how not only do you have people that are from other countries leaving here, right? You have people that were born here that are leaving. All right? I mean, you got the economy is looking. What was that article I just saw today, man? Let me try to look for it, man. You got, yo, the economy right now is bad, man. It's not gonna be a happy Christmas for a lot of you fucking people, man. Where is it? It's is it this? Let's see if it's still up there. Look at this. Layoffs highest since the pandemic. Manufacturing shrinks. There's Deepen. Fuck is this satanic shit? Layoffs announced. See, layoff announcements top 1.1 million this year, the most since 2020. Ooh, pandemic year. Challenger says Challenger Gray and Christmas said layoff plans totals 71,000 in November. Over 71,000 in November. Stepped down from the massive cuts announced in October, but still enough to bring 2025 total to 1.17 million. The most cited reason for the month was restructuring, followed by closings in market or economic conditions. Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers not working, man. It's gonna be a cold winter, man. Anyway, that's why we're gonna need Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi that much more. Let me go next this out. All right, so it says, "Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame." Right? I will show, man. Let me see. Let's go into that word, man. It's an action word. To show. I will show. Right? Ra'ah. To look at, inspect, perceive, consider. To present oneself. To cause to see. To cause to be shown. Right? The Most High is going to expose you, man. Expose America for what it is. And that's why a lot of things are coming out about America's dirty, past, the dirty secrets, man, or the wickedness that, how really wicked America is. Right, continuing on. Here's a verse I wanted, verse 6. It says, "And I will cast abominable filth upon thee. I will make thee vile, and I will set thee as a gazing stock." Right? So let's go into that word, gazing stock, man. Right? Ra'aya, right? It says looking, appearance, seeing, sight. It says seeing, appearance, sight, or spectacle, right? Come on, son. Come on, man. Yo, you can't say that America hasn't become a spectacle over the years, especially recently, man. I mean, you turn on the TV, uh, you got fat white women with yellow neon hair talking about they're a 10. The delusion in America, man, especially from women and everybody here, man. It's crazy. America was once considered I can't even. America was once considered, or the America and also the people of America that lived here, they were once considered. They were like, they weren't considered what they are now, a big fucking joke. Right, and that's the Most High just dimming the light on America, and that's showing you that the Most High has total control of everything, man. So it's the Most High that's really making America a real big joke, really making America be a spectacle. Let's look at this definition right here: an exciting or extraordinary scene, exhibition, or performance. But this is the one. It says an embarrassing or unedifying scene or situation. And the third definition goes to it being like glasses, right? But come on, an embarrassing or unedifying scene or situation, right? So, yo, America has become an embarrassment, man. Okay? That's beautiful, man, because that's all done by Yahawashi, right? But that's the Most High doing that, man. The Most High is making America a big joke, just like it tells you in Jeremiah, "I made thee a golden cup in the Lord's hand." But guess what? There's nothing that can make America come back to prominence or its heyday or happy days, man. America's through. And right now it's being left as becoming a laughing stock, man. Right? So, alright, that's pretty much it, man. Lord willing, you brothers and sisters were edified. Lord willing, I remember to put this article in the description. Lord willing, you are edified. Until the next show, shalawam.